I'm Colin,
And I'm Ryan.
and this is Duel of the Fans.
Try this again.
This week we are going to be talking about the Skeleton Crew, some of the other Disney Plus shows, and what our plans are for the future, right?
Yeah, so we missed a few weeks here. We got some crazy hot like storms.
It's been crazy.
Yeah, Canada gets hit some heavy stuff here. So we really wanted to just have a quick kind of discussion episode to recap. Like I know we did weekly reviews, except for the ones we missed over Christmas. I don't know. We've had some time to sit with the show now
Yep.
and kind of think it through.
Yep.
So what are give me your final thoughts on this? Like, how would you rate this? So I want to know where you would put this in comparison to the other TV shows that we've seen. Um, I want to know your positive thoughts, like what you really enjoyed from the series, what you didn't enjoy. Are you looking forward to a season two, that sort of thing. So,
Well, let's start off by saying overall the show was good.
so you've had to rate it. Like, okay,
We'll get there. We'll get there.
okay.
So like the show was good, but it had a weak ending, as we thought, and I think everyone thought. Um, I think the expectations for the ending were built up so high because each episode was such a banger that like when we finally got to it, maybe our expectations were a bit too high for that last episode. Like obviously we're not gonna get season two Mando kind of ending or Kenobi ending where it's just like everything you could possibly want. Um, I would say compared to all the other shows, this is under Kenobi, under Acolyte, under Ahsoka, but above say or under Mando, but above say everything else.
So that
So
leaves like,
Boba, Andor. Um,
I'm sorry.
oh yeah, this was better. Yeah, definitely. See, for me though, like Andor was just too slow, and like I've said a million times, it wasn't at the right time for me. Like it was, like Andor is better watching it now, but when it came out, I was so hateful towards it because it was everything that it shouldn't have been. It should have been. We should have been getting good, real Star Wars with Jedi, Sith, lightsabers, that kind of stuff. When instead we get a friggin' a Kmart Han Solo story, and it just the timing was not right. Like so that Andor's just it's not up there like it is for you. But I still think like the Acolyte was better than this. The Acolyte was super entertaining week to week. We had a great friggin' time. The Jedi were great. The Sith were great, or whatever you want to call them. The lightsaber battles were great. The action was great. Like it was just awesome. The story was pretty decent. Yeah, it had its flaws, but what doesn't? I mean, Kenobi overall was garbage, but it had points in it that were like made for me. I feel like that second Vader Kenobi fight was just amazing, and like the Riva Vader fight was amazing as well. And like that's kind of what I want to see in Star Wars is more of that. So like this show was great. It was very entertaining. It was all that, but it wasn't as good as those ones. Um, I would say overall, let's give it a 7.5. With say Kenobi being an 8, Acolyte maybe being 8.5, Mando first two seasons being like an 8.5.
So it's kind of funny. You know of Star Wars Theory. He did a review a few days ago, and he gave it a 7.5. He gave it a 7.4 to 7.5.
Really?
Yeah, it's funny because you haven't seen that video.
I have not.
So, okay, so you and
Stop
Star
watching.
Wars Theory are on the same boat here. Um, I'm shocked with your placement of the TV shows.
Really?
Yeah, we need to get a formal ranking here. I think nothing has surpassed Andor in like terms of um yeah, you know what? Because Mandalorian season three, I think, was like a letdown for me that like it takes away from like kind of what they were building. You know,
But you gotta
hey,
be able to.
Andor season two could let me down. Who knows?
But then would
Disney.
that ruin season one for you?
I think it would let down the story.
Like you can't. You gotta still be able to enjoy
Okay,
the parts that were good,
let
right?
me
Like
put it to you this way: like I'm not as excited as watching a Mandalorian and Grogu movie after season three than I would have been after season two.
that's a good way to put it. But you can't discredit the fun and enjoyment you had when you before you got season three.
No, but we're at a point where like I don't know. I feel like we've hit so many stinkers that like the odds are against us. So, to kind of jump all over the place here really quick, there's some Star Wars projects coming out that we've discussed. So the Rey movie that takes place 15 years after, where she's building the Jedi Temple. There's the James Mangold, like the beginning of the Force, like the evolution of that. There's a new one coming out with Sean Levy as the director. That's the director of Deadpool and Wolverine.
Oh,
And
nice.
Ryan Gosling is supposedly supposed to be headlining this. And he's a pretty big actor to want to do this. So if I see that, I think that maybe there's a story there that like Sean Levy wants to like really have fun with. And maybe Ryan Gosling is like it's not about being in the Star Wars IP. It's about like, hey, I want to do this project with this director. You know what I mean? But getting back to Skeleton Crew here, my thoughts on it. Going back to Star Wars theory, I can't like agree with like what a lot of people are saying. Like that this was a kid show and that we should just accept it for like being a kid show and lighthearted. I hate to break it to you, but everything Star Wars is meant for kids. The original movies were meant for kids, the prequels were meant for kids, the sequels are meant for kids. It's all meant for kids. When you guys or when like the fans or some fans say that like Skeleton Crew was meant for like young kids because the main cast was young, that's just silly.
Yeah.
Like Stranger Things wasn't meant for 11-year-olds.
Yeah. No, I
And
get what
the
you're saying.
director has gone like the directors and writers have gone on to say that this wasn't a kid show.
People are trying to make it seem like it was the Young Jedi Adventures.
Well, yeah, like they're trying to like justify that like oh it wasn't serious, there wasn't beheadings because it was a kid show. Like no, it was. At what point did anyone ever say this was a kid show?
Yeah.
So like people are giving it a pass, and some like the biggest YouTubers. I'm sorry, I'm not being negative to you, Mr. Theory, but like I find that a lame excuse. Honestly, it's like the show stunk because Disney has no teeth, not because
So you like this show?
the tail end of this kind of stuff.
Yes.
I felt like there was no like
But again, the show was good. Like we enjoyed it. We had fun.
week to week. There were some like lesser episodes, like the one with the parkour girl. Um, I didn't enjoy the finale. Like I didn't feel there was any like severity to anything. We knew KB wasn't gonna die.
Yeah.
They're gonna bring back SM-33. Like, what repercussions did we have? Like, these kids essentially destroyed a planet.
So you wanted the kids to die?
No, but I felt like there was just no. What's the word? Like, gravitas to like what they were doing. Like, there was no like
Danger.
impact. Yeah, there was no danger.
So how do they make it seem like there's more danger? Like what would have changed that for you? Because I feel like
Okay,
they got stuck into a
here we
bunch
go.
of like predicaments.
Do the episode with the kids and the army and stuff, but actually have them see a battle zone, like an actual like a war zone with like dead bodies and like devastation and destruction and like that scarring. Okay, it's a Star Wars universe. Like everything's scarring.
Yeah.
These poor kids, like what they destroyed their planet. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we never really talked about that. I don't think, do we?
Like I think I have to not be so negative because it's like I get that like they're trying to make it for everyone, but it's too broad. Like
Interesting.
just make something really good that you feel in. Like the Goonies, yes, is meant for like kids, but not as young children to watch. Like you and I could put on the Goonies right now, and it's a great movie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm just trying to think of like how do the other Star Wars projects portray more danger? Like the whole time, Boba Fett's not gonna die. You know Mando's not gonna die. You know Grogu's not gonna die.
Okay, but there are some serious moments in Mandalorian where he might not be dying, but like in the first season when he's trying to escape the town, and you feel the gravity of like he's surrounded and stuff, and like he's in that car and they're shooting at him, and it's like I'm really gonna die. That seems gonna happen. And then the Mandalorians, that's cool. In Skeleton Crew, that whole bike ride, like there was no danger ever to them being shot. You know what I mean? It was.
Other than the last episode, though, like this show is good.
I think
So that last episode really kills it for you.
so. What do you think about the news that there was a deleted scene shot with Jod's Jedi Master?
Oh, I think that should have been in there. Definitely. Yeah, definitely that should.
So there are behind
That
the
I
scene
felt
photos.
like they were more setting up for the season 2. Like we've got more to learn about Jod, obviously. And where's he gonna go? He didn't die. He's still on that.
The ship wasn't destroyed,
Exactly.
so he's gonna get away. But like, I don't know. So what's a season two? Them trying to chase him down?
I would say. I would say probably a signal was sent out or something, or when the kids called Kim, it was intercepted. People are coming to Adat, and now they're at a.
But the Republic's there.
No, the Republic came.
Yeah, but the Republic's there.
So maybe they're
Do
going to
you think?
stage a heist
Do you think that
or
the
something.
new Republic, who could use those credits to, I don't know, build an army because they just fought in a war, do you think they're gonna let anything happen at Atten? Like to me, again, it's just like they tied up a series really quick in that last episode without answering any questions, opening things up for a season two. Where like the start of season two is just gonna be like, okay, and this, and this happened. It's like could have told us that before.
Oh man, I've been slacking on comments. Hello, everybody. Welcome here. Thank you for commenting and watching. We really appreciate that. Queen Fireheart said, "Now, not everything. Andor is not for kids. Now, not everything." I should have read that one.
Okay, wait. So let's go off that. That was Disney committing to making a show, like an adult oriented themed show with a gritty, realistic, like
Andor.
yeah, humanistic. One of the darkest things in Star Wars is what they do to Nyx. They torture her with the sound
Oh yeah, that
of
was
a
crazy.
species being killed and like the sound that the younglings make.
Yeah,
That's dark,
that's
man.
pretty crazy. Yeah,
Cool. You know what I mean? Like you feel her pain, you feel her destruction. Like
yeah,
in the last season of Andor, when like the civilians are like the populace is rioting, like you feel it. Like guys are getting shot and they're just dropping.
yeah.
Cool. Not that their death is cool, but like things are happening.
More impactful.
Yeah, like a sacrifice
So
has
do
to
you
be made.
think because this was a kids show that they took that out?
No, I
Like
think this was
Andor's
a
obviously more
toothless cash grab where they couldn't kill anyone because it's all products for them to sell.
interesting.
Imagine if they killed Neil. Imagine.
Well, they wouldn't do that. KB.
Why not?
I feel like maybe like KB or something.
Why not kill a male character? We don't get many of those.
We don't even know if Neil's friggin' male.
Yeah, we do.
Neil's an elephant.
But I'm not saying like, I made the jokes that like if anything happens to my Neil, I'll riot or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
But like, I don't know. Wow, that would have been cool if like
He
Neil
flipped up so quick. He's like, "Don't touch Neil." He's like, "What? He killed me."
What happened? Like, okay, if like Neil got in the gun battery and like did something that was like this epic, like, oh my, I hate that word. Then it was this fantastic sacrifice of like he doesn't get out in time, and they're like, he did it for us, like he saved his family. He's a hero. I don't know, something.
He was a hero. He blew up the ship when they were gonna shoot
He like
KP.
waddled away.
Queen Fireheart says, "Don't you think it is fair to say instead of it a kid show versus adult show that there are shows with different tones?"
But that's what I'm saying. This had no like they don't have identities. Like so Star Wars Theory was saying that like it's forgivable because it's like a cute little ending to a cute little kid show. That's a not saying him, but like that's a weird thing. Like well, he even compares Revenge of the Sith to it. Revenge of the Sith was a kids movie. How old were you when you watched Revenge of the Sith?
5.
It's a kids movie.
And the tone of this one was
All
not
kids
Andor,
movie.
and that is okay, and we should take it as it is. While at the same time criticizing where it failed the finale, but still accepting how they set the.
So what was the tone of the show though?
Well, I kind of agree there. I don't think it was really like a kid show or it was an adult show. I think it was just a Star Wars show.
And I'm fine. That's what I'm saying. Like that's what it was.
Yeah.
And I agree with you. And I agree with Queen Fireheart. If that's what it is, make it feel like that. It made that last episode made me feel like a kid show where like everyone's happy and everyone survives and everyone dodges the laser blast and it's all perfect and my dad doesn't die and come on.
Yeah.
How crazy would it have been if Jod had killed Wim's father? Jod kills Wim's father by accident. He turns and shoots him. Wim's father has like a moment with him, like, I'm so proud of you. You've grown up, like, you know, be da 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 da. And then you see this like confliction in Jod where like he didn't mean to kill him, and he's like conflicted. He's like, I'm so sorry. You know what I mean? And like you see like this hatred in Wim, and we kind of get like, oh, dark side, some sort like that. But then like as a child, like you see him like move on. You're like, wow, I want to see this kid's journey.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
There's some loss. Luke's mother and father got burnt to a crisp in A New Hope. Like,
Yeah, they did.
give me some loss.
I think. Um. Okay. Well, tell me like. What would you have made this like how would you have made this ending better? Is that what you would have done? You would have like killed off maybe one of the kids' parents or
Okay, how about
something?
this? One of the kids doesn't make it home. Bam.
Interesting. See, I think what
There's
I would
season
have
two.
done
They're looking
to
for one of the kids.
what I would have done to make this more fun is I would have made the pirates mission successful, and they made it out right before the New Republic got there. And maybe now the New Republic's on the hunt for them or something, and they need the kids. I don't know.
Jod escapes.
But like a big heist happens
Yeah,
or whatever, you
he
know?
escapes the planet. They can't believe he's gotten away. He gets away with the ship full of credits, but Fern has secretly snuck aboard the ship, and SM-33 now recognizes her as captain or
I like
something,
that.
and
Yeah.
instead of going back to the ship that was waiting in orbit, she like shoots them into hyperspace. So now everyone's looking for that ship. What was it called? The Onyx Cinder.
Yeah.
So now season two is like the Republic and like the kids looking for Fern and Jod.
Okay. I
But
like
like the
it.
pirates also looking for him, so there's this cool interaction. Now they're in a ship full of credits, so you could put them anywhere in the universe. Like they can go have like
Yeah,
fun
yeah.
adventures or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like SM-33 is like, has Jordan handcuffs or something the whole whatever it is. You know what I mean? There's season two. She doesn't get home safe. Her mom is crying, you know what I mean? It's like, we'll find her.
Dang, we just
Holy
did it.
crap, I did yeah,
We just
right? And like what?
ah Disney hire us on. We're taking
Actually to the
sorry.
off chance that what's his name? Zegler? The guy who's writing the new Resident Evil movie is the director of Barbarian. Just hey, I got the screenplay all written. Hit me up.
Anyways, Queen Fire said they don't all have to be Andor, Ryan.
No, but okay, here's my thing. They're all mediocre. They've all like most of the Star Wars TV has been just mediocre. Good with a failed landing or mediocre with a good landing. I'm fatigued, man.
Other than Andor.
I'm fatigued.
No, I think the lighthearted pirate adventure was fine, but they could have done a chase without all the missed shots that were pointless. Sure. True. Very true. I think that's a great point. I think that did definitely like take you out of the moment, but it wasn't a show killer for me.
What was
Wasn't.
lighthearted about pirates rounding up? Sorry, I'm not arguing clean. Well, what's lighthearted about pirates rounding up civilians? Like, I'm pretty sure they killed a ton of people when the cameras weren't
I
working.
think she's talking about the pirate adventure, like the show in itself, not the ending, not the finale.
Okay,
What the lack of the lack of amazingness in the finale.
let's break this down because I don't. What makes something a pirate theme? Treasure, right? So we had the treasure. Um, some sort of evil opposition, like some sort of antagonistic, like
What is a pirate? It's someone that sails the seas to steal treasure. In Star Wars, the seas would be the skies, space.
so are pirates not smugglers? Like is Han Solo not a space
No,
pirate?
a smuggler would be like, I take drugs from here and I take them there. That's like a smuggler's job. A pirate is, I'm gonna go
Okay,
and rob your ship of your drugs while you're smuggling them and go sell them, and I'm a pirate.
I don't know. Even like we've had pirates in. Just hear me out. We've had pirates in Mandalorian.
Yeah.
Could have tied them in together about like some large, massive pirate uprising in the galaxy or something. You know what I mean? Like the Empire's fallen, and now all these pirates are flying under a banner. That's cool. Make pirates their own thing. You're trying to force a pike syndicate on us, so you're trying to get like syndicates and pirates and da da da. I don't know where I'm going with this, but there's a lot.
Pirates don't work together. Pirates are like, they have their crew.
I don't
You
know.
don't mess with another
I
crew of
saw
pirates.
Pirates of the
Like,
Caribbean 3 at World's End. Pirates do work together.
I didn't see those.
Yeah, they
I
work
watched the
together.
first one. Was not a fan. I know, crazy, right? I'm gonna get a lot of hate for that.
No, that's alright. I think most of the people right now that watch just want me dead.
Anyways, I think 7.5. What are you gonna give it?
Sure.
You
I would
seven
say
and a half
wait,
after all this friggin'
but I would say like it was on track for
fakery?
like an 8-1, 8-2. Like it was an 8, maybe an 8-3, 8-4 with that ending. But I think that ending just kind of.
Wow.
So like Acolyte to me, I kind of like had some moments throughout. Like
What would you
okay,
give the accolade?
oh, shit. Better try to crucify me. Um, I'd give it like a 7.8, 7.7.
Nice. Good man.
Right? Because like again, had some great potential. Now I just want to share something really crazy here. So this is data on Disney Plus's streaming for the year. So their top 10 TV shows for 2024. So the thing we have to take into account right away is the Skeleton Crew came out in December.
Okay.
So you can't look at this and be like, oh, there was only 914 million minutes watched because like it's not a it came out like that month. So like it's had a good amount of viewers for I think that period of time, right?
Yeah.
Everyone's complaining that no one's watching it. The Acolyte was the second highest rated show, or the second most watched show at 2,673 millions of minutes watched. That's a weird way to
Yeah,
write
that
it.
is a weird way to do that.
But it's millions of minutes watched.
That's like the unit, and
Yeah.
then there's 2,000 and whatever of those units.
So, can we get a camera screen on a camera screen here? Will this even work?
Probably gonna work.
Possibly not. Anyways, the point of this is a lot of people watched. Let's see, did we get it up there?
Oh yeah, dude, you killed that. Look at that.
Okay, so if you guys can see that,
Oh, they can see it.
so you're sitting at like Percy Jackson and the Olympians at highest at 3,000. That's like a teen drama show. Like that's a teen show, right? Like I'm sorry, I haven't watched Percy Jackson. That's for kids. Seems like a lot of kids watched it.
Yeah.
Like that was for us. Seems like a lot of people watched it. Third place was Agatha All Along. I didn't watch that. I didn't know a lot of Marvel fans that watched it. Supposedly people are upset that like there's no season 2 coming out. It's like, what do you people expect? Like you're like a lot of people are
Who the
watching.
hell's Agatha? Like,
What was her all along? Echo. Echo is up there. X-Men '97. Then Star Wars: The Bad Batch, Skeleton Crew, Ahsoka, Mandalorian season 3, and season 1. So it's weird. Not a lot of people are rewatching season 2 of Mando.
no,
No,
I know I did this year.
but again, that's weird. Like, just it could be number. It could be number 11. I think we lost the stream.
Oh no.
Oh no. Well, to our fans, if you can still hear us,
Man. Wait, my phone died.
did you plug in the battery pack?
Dude. God damn it.
Do you want to use mine really quick? Just visual. We can hear. They can. Red is recording.
Yeah, okay. There's so we've lost visual and we probably will not restore it, but we are getting close to wrapping up here. Hit that like button if you are with us. What are we doing going forward, right?
Okay, so um, I think we're gonna do some Star Wars trivia. I think we're gonna test your knowledge of Star Wars as well as my knowledge of Star Wars, as well as the fans' knowledge. So I kind of want some input from the fans. Um, Colin and I are going to be asking each other trivia questions each week.
Yep.
Team Colin, Team Ryan, and I think chat can join in as well. And then I think we need to set a some stakes here. You know, do we do like a hot ones? Like we've got some Star Wars themed hot sauces. You know, do we make individuals eat hot wings or hot food on wrong questions? You know,
I don't know about you, but I'm not a hot fan, so that'd be a good one.
right? See, that could be
Get
funny
that
watching
visual.
you stress. And you know, I want to get the fans involved too. So
Definitely.
yeah, you know, if you guys have any suggestions how you want to do it, if you guys want to play along 3 teams, you know, absolutely. But
Leave some comments on this video because we're gonna go through it this week, and then we're gonna plan for next week or the following week, see whatever our time frames line up. But we're gonna get the Star Wars trivia going, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. So make sure you share with your friends, share on your socials, tell everybody. Let's make it a really good stream to start off. Let's have everybody in here engaging and answering some fun Star Wars trivia questions.
yeah, so let's try something new. So final thoughts. Colin enjoyed it. Ryan, is just a cynical old bastard.
Final thoughts. Still better than Andor.
All right. Till next time.